I swear, every time I want to try and make a video and I'm thinking of ideas in my head about what I'm gonna talk about, I draw a big blank in my head every time I think I want to say something, and then I press record and it's like nothing comes out, nothing, like my whole mind just goes blank. But anyways, like I told you guys, I'm going to be making more videos because I literally have nothing else to do right now. Literally nothing else to do. And I keep going through like these highs and lows every time. Each day is different. One day I'll be feeling more content, I guess. And then the next day I'll just be feeling like, wow, is this really what's happening right now? It's like every time I have ideas in my head, but when I press the record button, like my mind goes blank. It's ridiculous. It's just I'm running out of things to say, but I literally have nothing else to do. So I'm going to try and take this topic further. We are literally living in the darkest days of Gotham. I am literally living one of the darkest times right now. Like in my head, I'm mentally thinking this. Like this year, this season is like, it's literally one of the darkest times of Gotham City. And this reality is a lot like Gotham City. We are literally living in the darkest days of Gotham, the darkest era. And every winter, every fall and winter season, it seems like I freaking go through the same thing, the same cycle repeats itself. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna say in this recording. Every time I try and think of something and I try and press the record button, it's like my mind just draws a blank. Like, I don't know, since the day I got fired from my job, it's like I haven't had one interview yet. I haven't had one interview yet. But I mean, I've been putting in applications online, but I just need to get out there and talk to people at these places here in town. I think that'll somewhat like help my chances, hopefully. But it just sucks. It really sucks when you don't have money. Like you're just sitting here at home bored, and you try texting people, and it's like nobody texts you back. It's like it's literally like that shitty. Because it's interesting because I think in my mind, like, okay, every season that we have, like the fall and the winter time, like, I automatically think, like, okay, well, it's Gotham time again. It's Gotham City time again. Um, it can get really dark. It can get really depressing because it's winter and there's less sunlight. Like, I literally just have no creative, like, I literally have no creative thought now that I'm trying to get clean from 420. It's like, um, I'm at least being diligent with that, but I don't want to be diligent with it because the 420, the flower usually gives me like a better insight. It gives me like that, like more of that creative push that I need. But since I'm on weed arrest now, like everything that I think about, like it literally has no creative push. Like I just feel like my mind has just been so stagnant now. My mind's just been like so stagnant. Like I literally can't think of any creative thought without the flower. And I'm trying to cope. I'm doing my best to try and cope without the flower, and like um like it literally seems like all the creative thought that I once had, like it's literally gone because I barely have any inspiration. I barely have any motivation to even have creative thoughts anymore. And it's crazy because like I know it's fucked up, but like in my mind I'm thinking like, well, the flower is like the only thing I really have now you know, to somewhat coping with with not having a job and all that, and not really having anybody like, you know, like I know people are busy with their lives and stuff, but like I'm a person who gets really very easily bored. Like it's insane. Like I'm finding ways to cope without the flower, and it's progressively getting more difficult as the days go on because like I literally like have no people talking to me. Like all I have is YouTube. Like I'm in my apartment. I literally just have YouTube at this point. And if I get any like creative inspiration about anything, it's really rare. It's really rare without the flower. And being on weed arrest, it just it just really sucks because I literally like have no creative motivation without it. And I'm trying to find ways to cope without it. I don't know if any of you guys out there feel the exact same way. I know that you guys had to deal with the same thing. Like we're literally going through like the same cycles over and over again. And once we hit that fall winter time equinox, like especially when you don't have a job, it's like it literally feels like dreary, like a dreary Gotham City-esque type the type thing going on. So, you guys, we are literally living the darkest days of Gotham. And, and it's always been, the cycle has always progressed to be Gotham. Every fall and winter time, it is Gotham. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm literally just trying to think of ideas and what to say in this recording because I literally have nothing else to do. And it's crazy. It's like there's like billions of people in this world, and like and it's like, and it feels like is everybody just so busy with their lives to where, like, I don't know, it's like they don't, it's like, I don't know, it's like the people just like forget about you or something. I don't know. Like, there's literally like billions upon billions of people in this world, and like you can't even get one freaking person to like sympathize with you or to even try and talk to you. Because everybody has a cell phone, and it's like, and when you text somebody, it's like that they read your text. It's just they choose not to reply back. And this time really sucks for me right now because, oh my God, I just get so easily bored. It's nothing to do. Nobody to talk to. Oh. All I can do is just try and make videos. And I'm kind of a geeky girl. Like, I mean, I can go on my PC and play some kind of online game or something like that, but even that's washed out now because there was a time when like I was younger and I used to hang out with my friends, and we all used to get together to play some kind of PC game and all that, but now that everybody's just so freaking busy, supposedly, now that everybody's living their own separate lives, it's like, the PC games just kind of like, the online games, they kind of just ran its course with me, and it's just, at this point, it's just like it's somewhat of a cope, but it's literally not as fun without the flower. Like, for real. Like when you're on the flower, like you just feel more engaged, and like you feel like you want to be more engaged with these online games and stuff, but it's like when you're not like smoking the flower, like you could freaking care less about these online games. It's like, it's run its course. It really has run its course with me, and I don't know, it's just my mind's just been so stagnant, and I freaking hate it. I hate it, but like I literally like have no drive. I have no motivation because like I live in a small town, It's like there's no freaking jobs out here, that I would possibly want to be interested in. I mean, you just have to, in a way, it's just like I have to just settle for something for right now. So, being on weed arrest really sucks. Like, Like, I literally, like, have no creative motivation without it, and it really sucks because, the flour really does help me cope. And I don't understand why, like, these companies, like, they don't ask you, like, if you're on, like, medical marijuana or something like that, like, if they're gonna freaking drug test you and they ask you if you're on some kind of, like, medical marijuana or something like that. But I guess it doesn't really matter if it's medical or not. They're still gonna drug test you for it. Hear the ambulance in the background in Gotham City. Gotham City. But I think this year is literally like the darkest Gotham City has even gone through. And mentally, I'm thinking this way because, yeah, it's winter time. It's cold. It's you're trying so hard not to get a cold. Like, you're trying, like, like, at this time, it's like people don't really stay indoors, but people don't want to get sick. All right. Right. So that's why I'm being really careful. Like, if I decide to drink a cup of wine here and there, if I decide to drink a cup of wine, like, near the window, and if the window's open, like, you need to really be careful, because if you're drinking, like, you could easily get sick if it's cold weather and if the window's open, So you need to try and just not drink by the when the window's open. But anyways, yeah, this is a random rant recording. Hopefully I can get out of this funk pretty soon, because everything's a rat race now. You're literally in competition with literally almost everybody out here to get a job and everything. And I literally have nothing else to do besides make videos right now. I haven't had one interview yet, and it's been like 2 weeks, I guess, so far. 2 weeks. 3 weeks since I got fired. But I don't know. I guess I just have to put in some more effort or something. But literally, like, when I wake up and I'm sleeping and it's morning time, like, I literally, like, have no motivation to get up. Like, it's like, okay, oh God, like, okay, what am I gonna do today? I'm just gonna be bored again today. Just freaking try and do some more online apps and just wait for freaking people to call you on your phone. And I'm trying to get unemployment too, and that freaking takes a while. But luckily my significant other, like, he's the only one working right now, and luckily he has a job to where, like, he makes decent tips, so at least he's getting that. I mean, that's a little bit of money coming in to where, like, we're not stressing out the whole time about bills and shit. But I mean, you have to save up money. You have to save a good chunk of your money just to pay bills anyway. Like, you can only get so much from tips, But, you know, he has his regular paycheck too, which is about like, I don't know, like 500 or something like that, plus his tips. But yeah, like this is getting hard for me right now because like since I can't since I can't like since I can't like smoke the flower, like I literally like have no creative motivation. Um, even with my copes, you know, even with my home copes, it's like, what's the point? Like I've done this like a million times already. Like just I've tried to just be okay with like my home copes without being on the flower, and it's difficult because the flower helps me. It helps me have that more of that creative drive that I have within my mind. And I literally feel like my mind is like the only thing I freaking have right now. And I can't even be creative with my mind right now. It literally just sucks. Like I'm really starting to miss it already. But, you know, even posting a video on YouTube is a cope, and like it's sad because like whenever I make a recording and I post on YouTube, like it literally gives me a high because like I know that people are going to be watching my video, you know, and that gives me some sort of like validation of, you know, some sort of kind of like this internal like feeling like, oh yeah, that's my video. That's my video being posted on YouTube. And people are gonna see it, you know. It literally gives me like a high for like at least a few seconds, you know. um so yeah, living the darkest days of Gotham. And I hope the black pillars out there, I hope they're I you know it's hard for them too. I hope they're hanging in there, like how I'm trying to hang in there. So black pillars, don't give up. I know life sucks. I know that, you just want the freaking meteor to hit already. Like sometimes I think like that too. Like I'm thinking, okay, well, like anything to make a difference in this reality, It's just like every day is the fucking same. Every day is the same. Same crap, different day. Literally. And it's even worse without a job because you're not going anywhere. You're just at home, you're bored. You're trying to get clean. So you're trying to get clean off weed and stuff, and it can be a challenge. It's most definitely a challenge. It's mostly just like mental fortitude, But it's nice having someone there for you, though. It's nice to have at least one person that has your back, Kind of someone who will be there to like at least motivate you, to keep going within this shitty life. You need at least one person to motivate you. you're just going to think, what's the point, you know? You know, and everybody's out there living the struggle. You're not the only one. Everybody's out there living the struggle, but you know, and it's like, you know, and I saw a recording on Ringo TV Reactions channel about this lady who, you know, she's crying about, like, you know, how her financial situation is and stuff, and it's just like, and it's like, even when, it's crazy because even when people are well off, it's like they still gripe about something. Like, it's really ridiculous. It's like, okay, lady, okay, you don't know what true, you haven't even seen what true suffering is. I haven't either, you know. And I just have to think in the back of my mind, like, okay, well, there are people out there who are living much worse lives than you are. There are people like going through wars and stuff. There are people who have diseases, you know, these incurable diseases, and it's just like, this lady's online. She's very well off. She still has her job. She still has a husband who loves her.